Hello everyone, my name is RagingRaptor and I welcome you to an unboxing video and a little bit of a live update. And today, I have to say, it is going to be an unscripted video. I have some bullet points I want to talk about, but it will be a little bit longer because we're also going to unbox 300 boxes gladly gifted by Wargaming. I do want to point out though that this is my press account, so if you ever see it, maybe there is something new coming along as a new video or a new tank called No T54D for Proco. It's a little bit of an inside joke. But I already got these 300 boxes on my main account as well, so thanks again a lot to Wargaming for sponsoring these, because it's always a great gift by them. Now, because today's video is going to be a little bit of a live update and a little bit longer, but we're also going to talk about the tanks which you can get, and my personal opinion in like 2 or 3 sentences, I believe it's going to be great if we enjoy this together. And to celebrate the things which happened recently, I got myself a little beer. It's not sponsored, sadly. I absolutely adore this brand. They're really, really good. It's a Swiss German making beer maker, and it's called a Draft. And now let's crack it open. Perfect. I also highly suggest to you to maybe get something to drink or listen to the video in the background so you can just relax. But with that, cheers. And before anybody says anything about beers in a can, which are always bad, this is here not the case. This is actually a really good beer, and yes, it comes in a can, but it is making it a lot more convenient for shipping for them, so it's also available in a lot of stores. But now, we got 300 boxes of happiness in front of us to see if I got scammed on my main account and what Wargaming has to offer to us. Apparently, let's be honest, this year's holiday ops is going to be the last holiday ops by World of Tanks, right? Surely. Jokes aside. So just so you know, we already got one of our tanks there. It is the low tier tank. Don't care about that. About the live update. As you might have known, around my birthday, the 31st of September, I've made a video talking about, hey, I'm going to do a giveaway with good replays. First things first, I did not forget about it. The thing what happened is that real life really catched up to me. As some of you might know, I'm doing a Master's of Science in Business Administration right now, and I'm in the 3rd semester. The 3rd semester gives you several classes, one of which is your pre-master thesis, another one is Business Innovation and Design, and one is about law, finance, and ethics, and digitalization. By the way, the Skoda skin, I don't really like it. It's a little bit too much for me, but I have already heard from some Czech friends of mine that they absolutely love it. So, there's that. About this Oni, that thing is really funny. It is a dub gun on low tier, so you do you. The M3A3 Steward, whatever. The Oni though can be fun, but I guess right now it is not that much fun because everybody's playing it. Anyway, the semester basically started in the middle of September. Meaning that when my 30th September birthday came, I was still very early on. Meaning, I had a little bit of an issue because I was like, oh yeah, that will be fine, it will be easy. I'm ahead of the schedule with my pre-master thesis, etc. It will be fine, Real life caught up really quickly. For that, I don't really like this style, I have to be honest. I like the other one a bit more for the VZ55, but I also understand that people are like, yeah, I really do like these styles because steampunk is a really unique way of making things. For some people which are out there which are thinking about Lego bricks, like Funhole, damn, their steampunk stuff looks epic. Anyway, beside the point. What is not beside the point, again, is a real life situation. I couldn't really do much about it because I just had to say to myself, okay, you know what? You have a lot to do at work. You have a lot to do with university degree. I have to take back on other things. And obviously, the first thing which is going to happen is going to be my passion on YouTube and streaming. I quite literally took a dive out of it, like most artillery players will with this 3D style. it's a funny note, but why another artist trial? A little bit weird. Up to you, boy gaming. And finally, we get our first vehicle. I will refrain from continuing with my life story when we just have a vehicle right now. Enjoy the animation and have another sip of this fantastic beer. XM57. Now that thing, it has atrocious gun handling. It's super duper inaccurate, but I have to say, it is fairly strong. As soon as you're standing hold down, you have a very strong vehicle. But it is going to have the main issue of every slow and heavily armored TD. If you are unlucky with the team and the team is getting slaughtered, then you are getting slaughtered too. Or if the team is too good, you are not doing anything because you're too slow. It is not bad, but it is, you know, it is a fine tank. It's not overpowered, at least for now. Maybe I'm wrong and the armor is actually insane when I start to play against it, but during my playtest session, I'd say it was a good tank, which is not overpowered. A little bit sad that they could have done this tank like on Leicester as a tier 10 vehicle and not give it an atrocious gun. You know, a little bit the typical situation sometimes with wargaming's policy when it comes to making tanks, that they tend to be a little bit meh when it comes to gun handling stats because, oh, you have to shoehorn them on tier 8 or tier 9. Back to real life. I will get the final, the second final tier 5 tank, which I never played, so I can't tell you how it is. The real life then just took everything from me. I also had to work on my work stuff. I work as a junior project manager in train control systems at the Swiss National Railway. And here we had a massive big project where we had to focus on the start of the project. And a lot of things happened basically. Also, the Squall. Very simply, it is probably the worst light tank when it comes to being a light tank. However, during my play session, I have to say I absolutely had a lot of fun with this vehicle because there's just something when you are deleting an enemy light tank in a matter of seconds thanks to its 1700 clip potential with the HE. Because that thing, not like the Blesk, it has 50mm of HE pen, which is very, very good. Is it going to be a good scout? No. If you're going to get Proco or Mali against an even 90, will you lose to 80% of the time? Yes. I believe I will most likely have to do a how-to video on this tank to explain how to play, because it plays significantly different, in my honest opinion, to other scout tanks. However, one thing I can already assure you what you need to do with this vehicle, if you get a very, 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 very campy map, like Proco and Mali, and you're one of the only scouts, dive into a bush, in a defensive bush, that is very important, and then unplug your keyboard. You basically just have to wait and hope that the enemy scout is making a mistake, because if you don't move, and he moves, he's going to have by proxy, well, not proxy range, but he is going to have worse camo thanks to the CVS's additional camo breaking when somebody is moving. That is a very, very important thing you need to understand when you play the Squall. On most other maps, you have to play it as an active tank when it comes to damaging people, not active scouting. But yeah, with the real life and the university and especially the work life coming very, very handsomely smacking me in the face, shit happened. I simply didn't have any more time to really focus on doing YouTube videos. Maybe I also burned myself a little bit out from YouTube because I uploaded suddenly so many videos very, very, very quickly. Needless to say, the good thing is, I handed in my pre-master thesis. The good thing is, next semester will be different. Not only do I have to go to Kosovo, it'll be interesting, for a week, for the degree, I also have to do my master thesis, and we're going to have a little bit of a few block weeks about other topics. But the main point is, I'll maybe have a bit more time. Maybe. However, if I finish my master's degree, I will not touch any degree for the next 3 years. Trust me on that one. Meaning that I will have a, quite frankly, normal work schedule. A normal schedule which allows me to plan ahead. I know, right? Insane. Like, Wargaming Planet had to get Jason Statham. Oh, fucking insane, like, genuinely. That is so cool. I think the 3D style for the Centurion is a little bit over the top, but hey, we take that. That's fine, I guess. They got Jason Statham, and the video was fantastic. It was absolutely fun to watch. And even seeing the cameos of QB, Skill, and Ducky was very, very fun. And even them getting the Fury. So yeah. You might now ask yourself, but Raging, why exactly are you doing this degree if you are, quite frankly, saying that you don't really like it at the moment, or you have a lot of things to do with it, and it's making you stressed, etc. After another sip of this beer, I can explain it after the tortoise skin. I really like it. I know some people which don't like it. They say that it looks like an old grandma, you know? Ushanka? No. I don't know what the grandma is in Russian like, but like your typical Slavic grandmother taking over her, what's it called? Not desk. I forgot the name, but these the things to cuddle yourself in him, takes it over her shoulders and is very brr, I don't want to get cold, you know. Very good. Tadushanka, man. In the Matrushka dolls, it's not the right word either. Some one of you will write it in the comment section, let's be honest. But yeah, as some of you might know, I've did a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering, and I've decided to do the Master of Science degree in business. I believe that this is a very, very good and okay combination, because it allows me to judge things from an engineering standpoint, but also understanding what is necessary for a business to actually work and grow. And speaking of business, we now just got our guaranteed hit, being the Contradictious. Not Dictitious, even though it has two dicks. But yeah, the Contradictious. I know that other CCs say they don't like this tank. I also know that QB says that all the other CCs which say that they don't like this tank are bad at the game. Whatever. I personally know that I still need to get better with this V. I see the potential, but during my play session, I simply didn't really like it. Like, it has here the weak spot and here the weak spot, and even if you lift the cupola upwards, they always kind of hit at it when I was playing. Yes, and no skill issue. It is not a bad tank, don't get me wrong, but I don't really had my best time. Again, I generally had my best time with a tank yet to come, and the Squall, because I didn't give a poop with the Squall, because the Squall was just fun, you know, daka daka brr brr tank. Also got unlucky, we only got it after the 50th opening. Oh yeah, right! Because this is a completely new press account, it doesn't have any 3D styles, so we also get the older styles, like the one on the GWE100. I have to be honest, I like that style, because it looks really how an artillery piece might be hidden IRL, you know? So, even though I never really play artillery, I really, really like that style. Although it's a little bit weird that they added a tow... Is this a tow missile launcher? Or is it a... No, I don't think that's a tow missile launcher. It looks a little bit like one, but I think it's a... Ah, now I forgot the name of it. It's a recoilless rifle launcher. There we go. What a handful of words. But yeah, I believe that as soon as I finish my degree and I can finally call myself a Master of Science, maybe in tanks, might be the next name for my press account, but Master of Science, I think I will make a wrap-up of the study and why I've decided it really again, make it a little more structured, and also explain why I believe it is a good combo, at least for me and maybe also for later. Because, in short, as already mentioned, ability to see things from an engineering perspective, but also seeing the financial aspect is really important, because in engineering you tend to try and get as much money as possible so you can continuously engineer something. But IRL, this very often is not the case. Also really cool style. I really like that style. It has a lot of things on it, but I still really like it. Now, you might also ask yourself, but Raging, what is going to happen now? Like, are you doing videos again? Well, you're watching one, so yes, obviously, I still don't want to stop doing videos. The thing is, with so much time having been taken up by my degree recently, I got a little bit held a little bit back when it came to doing videos and other projects I wanted to do. But I have a lot of ideas out there which I really want to do. About the Toro, I think everybody kind of agrees on this tank to not be good, because it can't side scrape thanks to these side skirts or these side bulges, youuuu, and the massive cupola. So, what am I supposed to say? It's I most likely need to play a little bit more in this tank. I heard some people saying, yo, you know what, you might actually don't want to use a turbo, but just take Wen so you can help with this really weird DPM. And then it will be playable, but I don't know. We'll see. Again, I didn't have that much time to play this tank yet. Also, yeah, the A phase 1, what's it called? Also, not steampunk. That is definitely not steampunk skin. I don't really like it, but that's me personally. You know, I also play War Thunder, so I like to have a little bit more realism to the 3D styles. Even though, yes, I know my main game is a tank arcade game. Speaking of, some of you might say, but why? How do you play War Thunder and World of Tanks at the same time? Well, the thing is, War Thunder tries to be as realistic as possible, but still be more or less playable. The more or less is important. While World of Tanks, if you really break it down, is an arcade shooter with tanks. The same way World of Warships is an arcade shooter. Oh damn, we got a shark voice. Sadly, it's not a Blahai. The thing is, for example, World of Warships is an arcade shooter, but with boats. So, even though they both use the same scenario, aka tanks or ships, or in a matter of fact, planes, for the two souls which are playing World of Warplanes, they play very differently. So, for example, World of Tanks is basically, let's say, 60 to 70% positioning, while your aim isn't that important. This was also maybe a video which I really would like to make. And that is showcasing the difference between a player coaching me, so he can use my aiming skills, if there are any, and then I coaching them. And they have to use their own aiming skills, but they are basically getting coached by a unicorn. You know, I guess I'm not really a unicorn anymore. I don't know. You get the point. And because it's all about positioning and reacting to the minimap. In War Thunder, it's very often not about that. It's just more about shooty, you know, seeing and shooting. You can be in whatever position you want. Surely there are good and bad positions, but it really doesn't matter. In the end, it's more about your shooting skill and your reaction skills. So it makes it a lot more different, you know? It feels a little bit like a Battlefield versus a CSGO, you know? Both have the same general idea, but one is more casual gaming, while the other one tries to be realistic in, again, heavy quotation marks. And finally, we got probably the best tank out of all these loot boxes, the DZT. And my god, I had a lot of fun playing this tank. It's fantastic. The fun thing is, during our play test session, where we were allowed to already record these tanks and make videos on them, they suddenly said, oh, by the way, we are going to buff it. Give it better gun handling, give it better DPM, better aim time. I'm like, huh? Like, before the gun handling, yes, it was weak. And it was an okay tank. But with the gun handling buff, it's actually now a really good tank. I heard some people saying, oh, this tank is totally overpowered. It's insane. It's BZ 176 levels of overpowered. I wouldn't say that. Because it still has a very weak frontal hull, and it's very long. It looks like a boat. It also still has weak spots, and the turret cheeks, while being 290mm thick, on tier 9, many of your same tiered opponents can shoot through it with gold ammunition, and that makes it, in my opinion, more or less balanced. It's a really good tier 9 medium tank, and it's the best tier 9 premium tank in the game right now. But it's not on a level where I have to say, oh my god, it's completely overpowered. I believe the AE phase 1 is still stronger on average than a DZT. But you're definitely not going, you should not underestimate the ability for a tank to reach any position at will in the shortest amount of time. As already mentioned before, World of Tanks is 60 to 70% positioning. And the DZT is a real maniac for that, you know? It can get into any position it wants and trade there well because of 440 alpha, decent DPM, or good DPM even, and yeah. I hate it. I know a lot of people love this 3D style because it's just so works so well for the EBR, but I hated it so bad. I absolutely distaste it. I like the historical EBR skin so much more. It looks so much better. I actually don't remember what else I was yapping in the German version of this video, because I remember I was basically constantly chitter chatter. And here I already went through all these points which I wanted to make. I guess I really got more efficient for the second box opening. Although Wargaming also really were not... Let's put it that way. I will be interested to see how much gold I made on a press account compared to my main account. Because obviously in the end, it is still very random. And fun fact is, I've never gotten a guaranteed drop on my main account. That should kind of show to you how bad my RNG is on my press account. But then again, it's a press account. Like, it's an unlock all account anyway, so who cares? One more thing, actually. Yeah, that's something which I want to talk about. I've got some, not partnerships, but I got some gifts from Wargaming or some of their Wargaming partners. And one of these partners is, one second, Bricks. So, as soon as I have a little bit more time, I will start opening these up, building them together, and tell you about my experiences. Because maybe some of you don't know yet, but I'm an absolute crackhead when it comes to bricks. I love bricks. I grew up with Lego. I literally have the Lego crocodile behind me, which I've modded thanks to a video from Chang Bricks to look even more mint. Is Lego a good company? The bricks are great. The company itself is not great. Let's leave it at that. But I'm very, very, very happy to see that Wargaming partnered up with another brick manufacturer. Before they had Kobe, which was really good. Like, they have really great quality and everything is printed. But they're also very expensive. So it will be interesting to see how Bricks is doing it, because they are not using prints, but as I've heard, they're using transfer stickers, which is the best possible way how to do stickers. But then again, I'm also a little bit will be surprised how good they will be, because I also have a train behind the screens right now, which is, I think it's a Siemens Vectron from Bricks, and the stickers, yeah, it's a Vectron. The stickers on it are very bad, because they're just massive stickers across a lot of pieces, which, you know, doesn't really look that good. But I also have to see where I have some space anymore, because, oh my god, I have too many brick models, sadly. So yeah, this is another video coming up. And I also have some more ideas for videos related to engineering in general, or maybe even train controlling, or how the Swiss train system is so efficient, because everybody says, oh my god, Swiss trains are amazing, although apparently Trenitalia is better, which is very sus. Just read that today, or got this sent to me by my dad from a news article. That's very sus. Sorry for any Italian watchers, but I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. Although I do have to say, Freccia Rosso does look very good, and it's very cool to see that you have now a high-speed connection between many, or the bigger parts of Italy. Also, another secure drop, I do believe that with these boxes, I generally got Omega scammed. And that is good to see, I guess. Let me see. Oh, wow. Actually, maybe not. Maybe I didn't got that scammed at all. I do got more in my 300 boxes, which I opened. Let me just really quickly change to this one right here, because now you are able to see. This right here, the German yapping, was the old one. And you can see I got 40 vehicles. I got only 6 3D stats because I had all the others already. I got 24 3D decorations, and I got 198 days of premium and 160,000 gold, excuse me. And now only got 152,000, so we lost 8,000 gold, but we got wait, what? 4, 5, 6, 6? No, 7 million more credits. Yikes. That's a big yikes. But the gold is actually not that far off. I guess with the old one we got boatloads of low tier scrap as well. But man, looking at Silence and what Kinetic get, Jesus Christ, I got scammed there, definitely. But it looks like my CC account was a little bit less lucky than my main account. So we take that. I love to get more stuff on my main account. Because let's be honest, I can't really build a relationship to this CC account or this press account. Because next year we'll have a new one. But my main account is my own, you know. So that is something to keep in mind. In any case, the yapping session is now reaching more than 26 minutes. I would say, thank you so much for watching. Keep your eyes peeled to anything related to my channel. There will be an announcement is not yet to come, but there will be soon an announcement who's going to be the winner of the cards, which I'm going to give away. Very important to know. And I guess there will be some changes sooner or later, and I have a lot more time. I should have a lot more time. In any case, I hope you're having a good festive time right now, and you're also able, like myself, to finally breathe in, breathe out, relax, and let stress fall down, and look forward to the festive time with your friends, your family, and are able to just enjoy the rest of this year. I'm looking forward to 2025. 2025 will be probably my personal biggest year when it comes to my personal life. I hope it will be for content creation, but who knows? Who knows? I've also learned a lot this semester about content creation and running a business in art. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. My name is RagingRaptor. I'm so glad to have you as a community. And with that, cheers, and I'll see you around. Goodbye.